Shields up, Ironbreakers. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all doing good. We're back with some more Elite. And today, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of ways to currently do money in the Pleiades. These might get nerfed soon since apparently FDev doesn't want us to be able to make credits that easily. So there is a possibility that these will get nerfed. I'm not saying like, oh, they're going to nerf everything. I'm just saying there is a possibility that this particular one will get nerfed or maybe fixed in order to not be able to do it as easily. Now, the very first credit, I'm going to give you guys two ways that you can kind of make credits around the Pleiades. The very first one, credit actually goes to Down to Earth Astronomy, which I need to link his channel. I forgot to link his channel in the description, but I'll make sure by the time the stream is done, I will link to his channel. Because, I mean, I had done this quest before. I didn't think about using it to do a bunch of money, but this is the Palin quest. Now, plenty of people have done this quest, but maybe what you don't realize is that it is extremely repeatable. So we're currently in our Diamondback simply because it's like an easier ship to get in and out of the station. Down to Earth Astronomy actually shows you a different way to do this if you have a big ship. But personally, I'm not a big fan of doing the big ship way. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it in the smaller ship. Just lower the volume a little bit there because Elite is a lot louder than any of my other games. Okay, let me just turn around. This ship is a little bit slower turning around. Okay, so first things first. You're going to come to Obsidian Orbital, which for those of you that happen not to know where this is at this point, I will show you. It is in the Maya system. So Maya system, station, Obsidian Orbital. Now, in my experience, you will want to have corrosive resistant cargo racks for doing this, which does mean unlocking Palin. You're free to try doing this without having corrosive resistant racks, but personally, I don't really advise it because I've had some bad experiences faring over alien tech whilst not having corrosive resistant racks, such as your cargo hatch blown open, your cargo is gone, generally bad things taking place when stuff like that happens. Oh no, I've messed up.
This is a flight regulations warning. Vacate this area at once,
Oops.
Commander.
Sorry about that. I have a bad tendency to do this. I have a real bad tendency to just like get into space stations without permission. Just, you know, you get to a point where you're just so familiar with a space station that you just go in. You don't even ask. You don't even ask about it. But turns out they don't really like that all that much. It's natural. Let's do our docking request and actually go in properly this time. Sit down on landing pad 1-6. So what's going to happen is once you land on this particular station, good God, why does my Diamondback move so slow? It even has like level 3 dirty drives. Come on, Diamondback, don't leave me hanging. And oh no, it's okay. Maybe it's not okay. Wait, everybody stop everything.
Deploy landing gear. Warning. Observe minimum clearance distance.
Nobody touch anything. You sneeze and this ship explodes right now. Oh my God. And someone touched me. Okay, so what happened there? This is not the best way to make money on the Pleiades. Okay? Definitely not the best way to make money on the Pleiades. What happened there is I still have landing gear set to circle down, and sometimes that does dick you over. I might have to swap that eventually because I have died more than once of that shit. Anyway, as I was saying, let's now exit Obsidian Orbital and let's do this properly. God. The embarrassment is unreal right now.
traffic when passing through the airlock.
Nobody's gonna take me seriously after that. It's like straight up nobody should take me seriously after that. I mean, I'm gonna be showing you guys what hardpoints I'm gonna use on my cutter, and I just crashed my Diamondback into the station. Like, I'm not sure how I expect to be realistically taken seriously. Oh, it's the same landing pad. I'm sure this is gonna go great. Okay, let's do this proper this time. As I was saying, this is the Palin quest. The Palin quest will trigger every single time you enter Obsidian Orbital. So, there's our quest. Now, the trick to actually making as much money as you can out of this quest is only accepting it when he gives you 4 units of whatever it is that he wants to get. Because otherwise, you're going to go there and you're going to get like 8 million. Which is not that bad. As a matter of fact, I really should do this one. I'm not going to, but this one also gives me cracked industrial firmware, which is a pretty rare data material that you would want to get. But it's not 4 things. So what you're going to do is if he doesn't give you the quest for 4 things, you're going to go outside of Obsidian Orbital and you're going to say, I don't want your quest, Palin. You're either going to send me out to get 4 things or don't send me out at all.
Landing coupler disengaged. Departure authorized.
Well, let's go this way. And once you exit the station, you're going to go ahead and flip the board. It's not you're not really flipping the board, but basically you are resetting everything. We're going to go start. Now I'm just going to go into a private group. You can do this with open play, whatever. It's completely up to you. But once you swap the board around, he's going to give you a different quest next time you dock at Obsidian Orbital. And the idea is for you to do this until he gives you a quest that is favorable to what you want to do, which in this case, you want a quest that gives you 4 things. You want a 4 things pickup quest. Damn it. It's docking. Let's see if I manage to land my Diamondback without having it explode this time. I think this Diamondback is cursed. Whenever I bring it to live streams, I always seem to blow it the fuck up. There you go, once again, mission critical message. Palin needs 4 units of Thargoid resin. This is actually the lowest paying one. So this one's going to give you 17 million, and you do have to deliver it on the Maya point. So instead of delivering it here, you're going to have to land on a planet to do it. Now, at this point, you can decide, do I want a quest that always brings me to Obsidian Orbital? Like, maybe you don't like landing on planets. Then you can, flip the board again until you get a quest that you do want. And as a matter of fact, that is an essential thing to doing the big ships method of doing this. But anyway, before we explain the big ships method, let me just go out, and I'm going to accept this one because I don't like flipping the board that much. You guys know me. I don't like constantly having to log in, log out. I think that's almost downright exploitative. But ultimately, we are going to take this quest. Now, the payouts can vary anywhere from 17 million up to 23 million for one of these quests. So we're actually taking a payout on one of the lowest versions of this quest. Now what we're going to do is we're going to navigate. Let me just get out of the station. Not smash into that. That was close. What we're going to do is we're going to go to another system. Pretty sure this should show all of my bookmarks. So it is one of the HIPs. HIP 170 something. I think it's above here, right? There it is. You're going to go to HIP 17125. Specifically, HIP 17125, and I will show you which planet on that system. Or maybe I won't, because my ship exploded and I don't have the system map. So I'm going to have to go there and do some reconnaissance. Which is fine. We'll do it. Anyway, the system is HIP 17125. I will tell you which planetary body once we get there. Would be cool to actually get hyperdicted. It's like out of nowhere get hyperdicted on the middle of a live stream. That'd be cool. Actually, I think I've been hyperdicted on live stream. Not entirely sure if that happened or not. So you want to bring an advanced discovery scanner if you've never been to this system. So that you discover everything. Once you discover everything on the system, then you want to open up system map, and the planet you're going to go to is this one, also known as, actually it's not known as anything, but basically 1, 2, 3, third celestial body, bottom thing, so it's probably going to be 3A or something like, no, not 3A. Is it 3A? Yeah, it's probably going to be 3A. I think that's the nomenclature for that particular word. World. And now once you get here, you're going to have to do the fantastic thing of navigating through coordinates if you've never come here before. Now, I don't have to do that because I came here before and I already scanned the place that we're going to go to, and that will remain marked in your map forever. So you only have to navigate by coordinates once. After that, you're going to have to scan something on a planet's surface. And once you scan that, then you'll be able to come back there whenever you want, which is why you can be constantly doing these runs. Now, like I said, I prefer doing this with the small ships, simply because it's easier for you to get out of the station, reset the board with a small ship than with a big ship. I kind of feel like it takes, sometimes in order for you to flip things around to get the quest that you want, can take longer than for someone to actually come here with a smaller ship to pick up the stuff and go back. So in my opinion, it is more efficient to just take a small ship, put 2 corrosive cargo racks on it, pick up the quest to pick up 4 alien items, and go back. That is like the best way of doing it. Once again, remember, you don't need to have corrosive resistant cargo racks, but personally, I would not advise you doing it without corrosive because it can end up being a humongous waste of time. Particularly if your cargo hatch blows up and you lose everything while you're in super cruise, it's just a complete waste of time, of your time to do this at that point. But again, you can try it out if you still haven't unlocked Palin and you don't want to unlock Palin. That's fine. You can try it out. Good luck. Now, I'm going to go straight into Crash Site, which is the location that I've already scanned, but once we get there, I will show you the exact coordinates of where you have to go. Luckily, it's also a pretty small planet, so navigating through coordinates shouldn't be too hard. I remember I found it pretty easily, and also you guys will start to recognize some of the landmarks as we make our descent onto the planetoid. And we're going to overshoot it. Whee! Also, I should scan the planet just to make sure I give you guys the right name. Take your time, scanner. Take your time. A3A. That's the planet. And this is where you want to come to. I mean, you're not going to see Crash Site, but I'll tell you the coordinates. And the coordinates that you have to look to is the ones currently on the bottom right side of our middle HUD. Those are the coordinates you want to be looking at. This is actually going to be a really poor planetary approach. Because I did not approach at a good angle, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Whee! Easy does it now. I hate when it sticks. That was terrible. We're 16 kilometers away. Just spamming that boost. It almost looks like a skull in the distance on that mountain, on the top left. That's pretty cool looking. Anyway, we're coming up on the crash site. I'm gonna plop my ship directly on top of it, so that you guys can see the exact coordinates. So this is the new Thargoid crash site. They're calling it a Thargoid Scout. The exact coordinates, as you can see on screen right now, is minus 65.8229, 48.8636. Those are the exact coordinates of where you want to come to on the planet. Now, once you get here, obviously make sure to bring an SRV, because you're going to need to collect materials out here. I'm going to land it in a good position. Now the trick to this thing now is that last time I came here, this thing was glitched. So what happens is, in order for you to scan this, in order to get this crash site become listed on your navigation panel, you're going to need to scan something, which is that contact that you see right ahead of us. Unfortunately, as you can see, even though there's a contact directly ahead of us, we can't really see it. Like, what? That's weird. So you go into contacts and you go Thargoid Scout. Okay. Boop. Click it. And nowhere to be seen. Well, that's because it is actually below us. I don't know exactly where below us. I remember I glitched the crap out of my SRV in order to do this. You're going to have to glitch your SRV a little bit, but there is a way to scan that thing. And you need to scan it so that it shows up on your navigation beacon. You're only going to have to do it once, though, so that's the good news, at least. There it is. That's the thing right there. You're going to have to scan. You got your data link scanner going. Aim your... oh, I think I actually did it with the turret. Let me see if I can... Basically, you'll want to jam yourself in a position here. Right there. Stop. No, 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 no. Stay jammed. Okay, wait. Maybe I'll be able to do it with the turret now. Get the turret out. Nope. Didn't do it. But ultimately, you'll need to scan that. And that's going to take time and effort. So close. And yet so far. There you go. Once you glitch your thing like this, you'll be able to scan it. And once you scan it, you get a log, you get a little bit of data about this ship. It will show you that it's got high concentrations of mycoid particle and all of that stuff. But once you scan this, you can return to this crash site. This crash site is going to show up on your navigation panel. Right there, crash site. So you'll basically be able to come back here if you want. So just remember, try to glitch yourself, put your SRV upside down here, then switch to the turret, and then slowly inch forward in order to be able to scan that thing. Now, that is not intentional. That is a glitch. So until Frontier Dev fixes it, this is the only way that I know how to do it. Okay, we need resin. So we're going to go get ourselves some resin. Pop out your cargo scoop. We're going to need to pick up 4 of these. So just look out for all the contacts that you have around here, which is why I like landing my ship where it is right now. And we got, wow, we got 4 technology samples? For real? Okay, if we got 4 technology samples, it means we didn't get to see the one all the way in the back. So hopefully that'll be a resin. No, it's biological matter. That's all of them. So what we're going to do is now we're going to save and exit. Now on this one, you don't have to flip. You can just relog into the same instance that you were at because all of the things respawn. Now, usually you don't have to respawn these things more than 2 or 3 times. So you will be able to get enough materials that way. The other way to do it is if you want to go to a Thargoid site that you already have, you don't want to come over here. Sure, go get yourself a probe or whatever you happen to have on you and go nuts. You know, you can get these materials however you like. This one, to me, just seems like the fastest way because there's no opening of doors. All of the materials are out in plain sight and they're fairly easy to pick up. So it's usually not problematic at all. Seriously, not a single resin? Are you kidding me? Dude, not a single resin? There's just something wrong with this. Also, I gotta unload the one resin that I do have. Might as well. We are being extremely unlucky with these spawns, though. Usually I never have to relog more than once or twice. Did I check out the one all the way in the back? I did. It's a logical matter. Oh. So it's usually a very efficient way of making money. It's just I got very unlucky. Number one, with the quest that I got, which was the crappiest one in terms of payout. Also the location that I got, which was Maya Point. And also I'm getting unlucky with the spawn of materials. But usually you shouldn't be this unlucky. Like last night, I don't know, within the span of like 2-3 hours, I did around 200 million using this method alone. And this is not the only method that I'm going to show you today. No. Thargoid technology samples. There we go, some more resin over there. We can just get 3 resin to spawn. We'll be golden. What is that? Resin. That gives us 2 more resin. And what are the contacts that we have here? No more resin, so we're going to have to reset it again. We just put these items on the ship. What about the one on the far bottom? Not sure if I actually checked that one. Yeah, I did. It's sample. Okay. Gonna exit out again. I'm not resonating with the resources. I never resonate with the resources. Again, you do have to remember that a lot of these things are RNG. So sometimes it'll take you a little bit longer, sometimes it'll take you less. It depends on what you get. And sometimes you get slightly higher paying payouts. Other times you get smaller ones. So like I said, varies between 17 million and 23 millions for the payout. And the delivery points vary between Darniel's Progress, Obsidian Orbital, and I picked it up, right? Obsidian Orbital and Maya Point. To be able to board ship, we should have everything we need. Rabidi Chew, isn't the resin toxic? Yes, it is, which is why we have cargo, corrosive resistant cargo racks. Which is why I said you can try without it, but personally, I wouldn't advise it. So at this point, I'm going to plot our course directly into Maya Point. If I can find it. Usually I just use bookmarks. I'm just doing this manually so that you guys can see exactly which points I'm marking and all this stuff. Just in case you get lost somewhere along the way. And we're going to go to Maya Point. I want to bookmark it. Thank you very much. Plot route. Now that we've plotted our route there, gonna go take off, bail out. Now, usually the jumping point back to Maya is going to be obscured, so get yourself out of mass lock, enter Super Cruise, and then prepare to jump. So now mass lock, gonna jump into Super Cruise. Now I'm just gonna let it plot out all the way to the escape vector. Sueco Calavera saying that HIP 190, HIP 19026B1C also has a Thargoid site with all the stuff outside. So there you go. There's another place where you can go get it. Personally, I'm just used to getting it over here, so I kind of got used to the planetary approach and all that stuff. Even though I kind of messed it up today because I was scanning the planet to tell you guys exactly which planet it was. So right now you guys can see that the thing is telling me to turn around, but I know that it's still obscured, so I'm not turning around just yet. I'm waiting until we catch some more speed. And if the frame shift drive is charging, it means it's no longer obscured by the planet, so therefore you can get ready to jump. Also, the Pleiades Nebula looks beautiful now. It didn't look this good last time I think they changed it somewhere in the last 2 weeks. At least from what I can tell, it didn't look this good. Either way, heading into the Maya system. And like I said, we've now plotted course for Maya Point. Now, one of the advantages of plotting, of actually delivering outside of Obsidian Orbital, is that you can instantly go into Obsidian Orbital again as soon as you're done delivering this to get another quest. Whereas if you deliver in Obsidian Orbital, I've had to get out and then flip the board in order to go back in and get a quest again. So, you know, it all depends on your definition of what is the fastest way of doing it. Now, I did say there is a different way of doing this with bigger ships. Like I said, once again, the credit to all this method goes to Down Earth Astronomy. And the way is basically take as many corrosive cargo racks as you possibly can on one of your big 3 ships. Personally, I would advise the Anaconda, because the Anaconda is the ship with the most optional internal compartments. I'm not saying it has the biggest ones, but size doesn't really matter when you're taking cargo, corrosive resistant cargo racks, because the corrosive resistant cargo racks actually are only class 1. So they only take 1 spot. So the fact that my cutter, for instance, has 2 class 8 optional internals means nothing when it comes to carrying alien technology. You're better off using the Anaconda. So if you have a Conda sitting around and you're not doing anything with it, you can go out there and you can fill her up with materials. Now, this is why I'm not a huge fan of that particular method. That is because, according to down-to-earth astronomy, you're going to get most of the quests that Palin gives you are for resin, like the one we got now. But in my experience, it's been pretty random. It's been pretty random. Like, I've gotten resin, I've gotten whatchamacallit. Dude, did it plot a course to the place? I didn't plot a course where I wanted to. I've gotten resin, I've gotten Thargoid technology samples, I've gotten biological samples. I've gotten all of these fairly, you know, the same levels of those quests. So I don't necessarily agree with that he gives you out more quests for resin than anything else. But that's what he advises you. So you go out there, you pick up as much resin as you possibly can, then you bring it all back to Obsidian Orbital, and then you start flipping the board until you get resin quests, and you turn in all of the resin that way, and that prevents you from having to constantly go back and forth. So that's the way you do it with big ships. But personally, I prefer doing it with small ships, going back and forth. Because for one, it's not as boring to me as constantly flipping the board. And two, I feel it's faster that way, but I could be wrong. So it also depends a little bit on RNG. You know, so it's like, if you're lucky, you'll get a ton of resin quests in a row, and you'll get to hand all those in, and you'll make bank in a really short time. If you're unlucky, you'll get a bunch of the other quests in a row, and it's going to take you a longer time to turn in all that resin, which is why, personally, what I like to do is I like to flip it until I get 4 things, anywhere really, and just go and get the 4 things he wants, come back, hand those in, and to me it feels faster, and if not faster, it feels less boring. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. I have a friend of mine that had absolutely no problem with spamming Quince until he got enough money to buy his Anaconda. I couldn't have done that because Quince was way too boring for me, and I friggin' hated every last second that I spent there, which is why I instantly got out. So, you know, some people have the patience to do it the big ship way, which will require them to not go to the planet as often. Other people will be like me, and they will rather go to the planet more often and be flying your ship as opposed to be constantly entering and leaving the thing. So we're going to come in here, going to turn in the quest. Also, if you happen to have a combat vessel that you can do this in, it's actually really good because they sent out ships after you, like the ship that interdicted me right there. That would have been worth like 200,000 credits. So if you have a good combat ship that can carry 2 corrosive cargo racks on it and still be efficient at combat, you might want to take that, because then you can actually stop for a break, take out the guys that are interdicting you, and you will get, if you have a warrant scanner, you will get around 200,000 credits for each one you kill. Which, you know, it adds up after a while, and it keeps you from getting too bored of the grind. I'm going to go hand this in. The boards on the PS4 have been really slow to load around the Pleiades for some reason. Probably because there's thousands of people doing what I'm doing right now. Making that money. Making that cheddar. There we go. 4 units Thargoid resin. Turn that in. We're going to get 17 mil. And there you go. That's one of the ways of making some sweet dough on the Pleiades. And I mentioned specifically why make money on the Pleiades. Why wouldn't you make money anywhere? Because for starters, this is a really good way of doing it. Using the Palin mission. And it's not boring. At least I don't find it as boring as some of the other ways of doing things. And also, it allows you to stay in the Pleiades, which is where most of the events are currently happening in Elite Dangerous. Now, the other thing that you can do, I'm not going to do the other method, but I will show you what the other method is you can go to Merope, which is yet another system in the Pleiades sector, which is actually like the center of everything that is happening out here. And you can go to Reed's Rest in Merope. And in Reed's Rest, I'll show you what you should be doing. And this is actually going to be adequate for the people who are doing the RIA runs, because you guys will know how this works. It's going to be passenger missions. It's not going to be as profitable as RIA, and I don't know if it is more or less profitable than the thing we were just doing now with Palin, but I guess you can say it is safer because you don't have to carry alien technology. So if you guys don't happen to have corrosive resistant cargo racks, you can use this other method to make money if you don't want to risk, you know, going out there, picking up the materials, then your ship cargo hatch blows open and everything goes to waste. Gee, hi, I'm done with Dragon's Dogma. No, we're gonna go, tomorrow we're gonna do endgame stuff, and then we're gonna go into Bitter Black Isle. But we're not done with Dragon's Dogma yet. Not by a long shot. Now, one of the disadvantages of Reed's Rest is that it's actually pretty far away from the starting point, but that's not a huge disadvantage. It's only 4,000 light seconds, so it's not a big deal. In the galaxy map, how do you zoom into different grids? Square and move. Show you while we're going to Reed's Rest. It's going to take a while anyway. So you move this. I'm using a Hotas, by the way, so this is just me moving the joystick. If you use the yaw thing, it will turn. And then if you hit square, you can go up and down. You have to keep square pressed. Now I'm just using the pitch to go up and down. But you keep square pressed, basically. Which, if you go into controls and you look, that it actually has a designation to it. It should be on map, galaxy map. Oops. Mess that up. And it will be whatever one I have for square. Galaxy set y-axis to z-axis. There you go. That'll give you a modifier button that you can press. Why am I standing still? That'll give you a modifier button that you can press in order to go up and down on the galaxy. By default, it's square. Hey, don't mistalk the pawns in my Dragon's Dogma party, dude. What the hell's wrong with you? Almost there. Probably gonna have to do a correctional loop because I'm impatient as all hell. I am far too impatient. I still don't know exactly if I'm going to have enough money to do what I want to do on the cutter. Which is, I actually would like to put reactive armor on her today, and that's like 500 million. But the problem is that I also need to put a new power source on her. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do everything I want. I might have to put military grade all until I get more money. I'm telling you guys right now, building a cutter is expensive. Building a combat cutter, dude, that's insane. You're talking like in the realms of billions of credits. You're talking about a properly fitted cutter. Boom. Safe disengage ready.
Access authorized. Cleared for landing on pad 2-1.
So obviously coming to this station, you'll want to bring a ship that can take passengers. Now, the kinds of passengers that you will be taking is going to be entirely up to you, whether you want to take VIPs for money, not for money, whether you want to take VIPs for also upgrading your rank or not. But the idea is basically running passenger missions out of Reed's Rest. So you'll want to go to the passenger lounge, obviously, if you're taking passenger missions, and this should give you a decent idea of the kind of missions that you can get out here in Reed's Rest, which are actually pretty good. At least they were. I was actually doing this before RIA became a thing, and these were the best ones for me. So you can see right here, you got 7 aid workers, 1.6 mil. I don't have the reputation for this specific one, but I'm assuming it's going to go to, yeah, there it is, the C216. So the problem with this particular point is that, as you can see, you're going to arrive at 102,000 light seconds away from the point, which also means you're going to make extra money because you're walking that extra mile carrying these passengers. But it's pretty decent, even if you want to stack them, but usually you want to make sure that you take them to that specific spot. I did level up the ones on the Empire because obviously I was raising rank on the Empire. You got 9 refugees. This one's not that great. But this is the one that you want to take. 4 million. Boom. Straight up. It's going to go to C216. That's 19 passengers. 4 million. Pretty decent. 11 passengers of war. That's another one. 23 prisoners of war. That's another one. And then it's going to be up to you to stack these up if you want to stack them up, or you can take the VIPs if you want to rank up. But it is a pretty decent spot, and in there you can then pick up, oh, this is actually going to Black Mount Orbital. This is actually really good money for Black Mount Orbital. But yeah, point is, there are a lot of good passenger missions out here that you can get, and you can flip the board a couple of times just like you flip it in RIA to get the good stuff, like right here, 2 million. This is going to go to the same place, C216, and it will give you good money. You can make good money out here. It's not as good as the golden RIA days, so to speak, but it's still pretty good. And the added advantage of doing it out here is that, again, you're in a Pleiades system. You're right in the center of where all the things are happening right now in Elite Dangerous. That was the point of these two ways of making money, is that you can be making money and you can still keep your ships in a good position to interact with the events that are taking place in game. So if all of a sudden someone says, oh, we found out a new special thing, you can go there, you can watch that thing, you can see the event, you can see what's happening with the Thargoids, you can figure all of that stuff out. Again, it's just something that I wanted to share you guys. So it is cool to do. If you want, you can do passenger missions on Reed's Rest, or if you'd rather do the Palin stuff, you can do the Palin stuff. So now, on to the second portion of our live stream, which is we're going to be placing hardpoints on the Lusitania. That's going to require quite a bit of jumping, which is okay because I want to talk about that series that I was working on. Gotta go to Alcazar's Hope. And we're gonna go pick up our cutter. Eugene H. So I take it you don't want to head out to Colonia for the community goals? There's community goals in Colonia right now? That's news to me. I gotta go check that out when I get to Alcazar's Hope. But Eugene H, I do want to go to Colonia. I just wasn't planning on doing it right this instant. They're going to hit up Alcazar's Hope, going to pick up the Lusitania, which currently has no hard points, and I'm going to equip her for Pew Pew. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, so what are you equipping her for? PvP? I don't really do PvP. I've never actually tried it, to be completely honest, and I don't think the cutter is going to be a great PvP ship. Because, like, considering how I tend to do with, say, for instance, the Federal Assault Ship or the Clipper, where I can take on significantly bigger ships without much hassle, I think that a ship like the Cutter in PvP is going to get shredded to pieces because it's got no maneuverability whatsoever. It's mostly just for me to pew-pew against NPCs and have fun with her. And also, I know that a lot of people are going to say, oh, the most effective thing you can put on your Cutter is going to be like beams and multi-cannons and stuff like that, which is why I'm not going to do any of those. Because I like having fun my own way, and I don't find multi-cannons that much fun. It's basically a machine gun. You shoot them. It's like you go out to space and you're playing Call of Duty with a machine gun. Hey, Super Kami Guru becomes grossly incandescent. Thank you very much, Super Kami Guru, for becoming grossly incandescent. Tip of the hat to you, sir. Really, really appreciate the support. As I was saying, it's like you're out here in space and you're using almost what I would consider a Call of Duty weapon, which is an automatic machine gun at the end of the day. Sure, it's a minigun, whatever you want to call it, but ultimately you're firing like an assault rifle. It's like you're just shooting at your target with it, right? And to me, I find it more fun to use other weapons. Specifically, I like cannons. Cannons are fun, and I want to have the biggest fucking cannon that is available in this game on my Cutter. The biggest cannon. So I'm going to get a big fucking cannon. A ballistic cannon. Not even talking about plasma accelerators, none of that. Particularly because plasma accelerators are friggin' fixed. And fixed weapons on the Cutter, I don't think it's going to cut it. So I'm going to have a big cannon. And I'm going to fire my big cannon against people. That's what I want to do. I want to shoot some lasers, and then I want to shoot my big cannon. Just need to unload it. That's going to be cool. Headed out to Alcazar's Hope. And what I wanted to talk to you guys about was that that little series that I called, what did I call it? Lusitania's Journey. See, I was planning on doing that at a really big scale. Like, I wanted to get people to actually do voice acting for it. Like, I was going to ask some friends to hopefully do some voice acting and really put a lot of effort into it. But I was very disappointed with the amount of views that particular series received. So I don't know what the future of that is, but even if I do move it forward, it's going to be a lot smaller in scope than I had originally. Because I was really proud of what I did with that one. You know, I was just really proud of it. If one of the admins could link that in chat for the people that don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. But it was also a lot of work. Like capturing all the different angles and then putting them together in order to tell a story, which was super small story too. It took a while. And it takes a lot out of the time that I usually use for live streams and other things. Like I was up until, I think 5 in the morning when I did that one. Because I was like editing it, doing the little details, making everything look good. That was fun times, but ultimately it didn't receive as many views as I would have liked. But I had this whole thing planned with a storyline where I was going to lose my ship and then I was going to have to get it back. And there was a lot of twists and turns that I had planned for that. That was going to be really cool. I was really like surprised that more people didn't watch it because I mean it was so short. It was like 4 minutes, like a 4-minute thing. It was like zero commitment. I can't wait to jump back in my cutter. I like that ship so much. Whee! There we go, Alcazar's Hope.
Orbital flight engaged.
A small ass planet, this one, 2A. Not that big. Just do it. Azazel 12, it's not that simple. I would love to just do it, but just doing it isn't going to pay the bills. Like, I need to be able to justify to myself the effort required to do a series like that. Like, that first episode was also kind of more of a teaser type of thing, because I wanted the next couple of episodes to be considerably longer and actually move the story forward a lot more. Whee! Wow, we ended up 20 kilometers away. Dude, I am failing at planetary approaches today. It is just not working out.
Lincoln, Romeo, Uniform Romeo. This is an interbank controlled port, Commander. Please submit a request before landing.
Okay, time to pick up the cutter and live the dream.
Access granted. Cleared for landing on docking bay 05.
Landing gear deployed.
Descend to flight level 50.
Oh, by the way, an interesting little tidbit. Last night we got elite in trade. That's the maximum rank that you could possibly get in the trading department for elite dangerous. Shipyard. Give us the Lusitania. Most expensive ship I've ever flown. Now, the station we're going to have to go to is Wright Gateway in HIP 20440.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Yeah, even the power plant can't even hack it right now. We are in like full exploration mode on this ship right now. HIP. Where is it? 20440. And I still have to train up one of my pilots. Obviously, I always go to Rui to buy all of my parts. That can't beat that 15% discount, dude. That 15% discount is overpowered. Rui making some serious bank off of that shit. Tell you right now. Rui is just sitting on massive bank.
Landing gear.
Just look at the feel you get from flying this ship. It's insane. She's such a massive beast. Listen to the roaring of the engines. Like I need to put this louder so that you guys can hear it properly. I just want you to listen to the roar of the engines on the Lusitania.
Scan detected.
Just listen to this. It is such a beast. You can't even begin to understand.
Clear. Flight control out.
Look at the speed it goes to. God, dirty drives, grade 5, baby.
Frameshift drive charging.
Such a fantastic ship.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Power plant capacity exceeded.
I'm flying this thing on a 5A power plant. It's almost like you have yourself a car that is running off of AA batteries or something. So we gotta increase her power plant as well, particularly once I put the big shield on her. Destination still obscured. I just want to get out of the planet's gravitational pull. Still obscured. I don't even know where the hell we're supposed to be going. There we go. Whee! She moves slowly, but she's a beast. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put gimbals on anything with this ship, but I hope I am. Because otherwise, I'm going to run some serious problems. If I can't point my gimbals at people, it's not going to be good. Also, I need to see, how many jumps is it? Does it actually tell you?
Power plant capacity exceeded. Fuel scooping.
Oh shoot, I'm going to have to buy a new fuel scoop. No, actually I can keep the 8 one. Although I probably should buy a better one because of power restrictions. I don't think the power will be able to handle it. You got 8 jumps. The ship actually jumps reasonably well. I mean, it's got a 30 jump range. And I think we even have a fighter module in here, don't we? Yeah, we have a fucking fighter hangar on this ship right now. And it's jumping 30. It's not that bad. It is not that bad. But yeah, the point was to do a series of actions in the bubble and then eventually take the ship out. And as I took her out, I would be able to then show you guys wonderful things throughout the galaxy. But right now I have another thing planned, which is I want to do full coverage on Project Dynasty. And Project Dynasty is something that took place in Elite Dangerous. Which is something that is also connected with all of the INRA bases that have been popping up in a way. So it would kind of link everything together on a series of live streams. So we would start by talking about Project Dynasty, who started it, what was the deal behind it, and then we'll go to the 3 systems that are responsible for Project Dynasty. Not responsible, the 3 systems where Project Dynasty took place. We'll go visit all of the sites there. And eventually finish by going to the Formidine Rift and going to the megaship on the Formidine Rift. And that would finish that, and then from that point onwards we would go to the INRA bases and check out every single one of the INRA bases, and then we would be able to see this conspiracy that has been happening since the start of Elite, where you have the shadowy cabal organization, which is called the Club, even though apparently people don't like to call it the Club. And the actions that they took and how they kind of influenced everything that came about. Pythagosaurus Rex, I think right now I'm in solo. But usually I don't play in open. But either way, I'm on the PlayStation 4, so I don't know if you're on PC or not. Because usually most people tend to play on PC, but I like playing on a PS4.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Fuel scooping.
God, this fuel scoop is god tier. It's not even A-grade fuel scooping. Look at it scooping it up. Scoops up
Fuel
everything.
scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I got 5 more jumps after this one. 4 more jumps after this one.
4,
It's actually closer than I thought. Well, when you jump 30, nothing is really that far away. But this, right now, the build that the cutter is in is actually the exploration build. So this could potentially be the build that I would take out into Colonia, to take the ship to Colonia. Because, like, I'm probably going to do all of my exploration on this ship moving forward. And I know that I can get an anaconda that jumps further, or I can get a diamondback that jumps further. But it's not. I've always said it's not just about the jump range. It's about enjoying the ship you're flying, because you're going to be flying for a lot of hours out there. You know, when you go out to Colonia or do something like that, that's a big time investment. And I think that's why a lot of people don't like doing it, is because they're like, oh, I just want to get the ship that can jump the most so that I can get there as fast as possible and be done with it. And that's just the wrong attitude to have. Like, you should go on a ship that you enjoy flying, so that if you want to take a break and actually fly through a canyon or do something on a planet, which ultimately is not going to benefit your agenda that much, but it's good to have distractions while you are playing Elite, because otherwise, you know, it is very easy for you to just get focused on this one thing that you want to do until your brain melts, you know, and just grind it into oblivion.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Nabil Chawli, there's 4 planetary installations on the way to the Zurara. Zurara is the ship that was found, right? I forget. I think Zurara is the ship that was found on the Formidine Rift. Again, I don't have all that information like right next to me right now, because that's not what we're working on today. But yeah, I want to visit all of the sites. Alpha site, Gamma site, Beta site, Delta site, all of that stuff. I want to visit all of those, listen to all the messages. We're not going to do any decoding, because that's already been done by people who know way more about that than I do.
Frameshift drive.
But I still want to go there and see the logs and experience everything there is to experience in regards to that content. Because that's one of the good things about content in Elite. Because, like, for instance, whereas in something like World of Warcraft, and even in World of Warcraft, I still kind of did it, but it's like, oh, I'm level 70 now, so doing lower level content doesn't make any sense. But even still, if the content is there, it is worth it for you to go there to experience that content and see what all the fuss was about. Even if you're not the pioneer, even if you're not the person who discovered it all, it's still cool to go out there and see the sights and examine everything. And maybe, just maybe, something interesting will happen while you're out there. Maybe you'll find out something that nobody else has figured out so far. There's always a chance that something like that happens. That is the beauty that keeps me coming back.
Frameshift drive
Be
charging.
dangerous. I hope I can afford to do everything I want.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Then I might just take this ship out to a res site and test it out. Because I know it's going to be hard to fight in this one.
Exceeded.
Even with grade 5 dirty drives, it's going to be a pain in the ass to do it.
Fuel scooping.
Fuel scooping. None of my beeswax. I need a much better jump range to reach the Zurara. There's an area where I can get stuck.
Frameshift drive charging.
31's not enough? Feels bad, man. 31 is a pretty respectable jump capability. For a cutter? 31? Very respectable. Maybe I'll just use Jumponian. I don't know if I have Jumponian.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Let me just check if I have some of that.
Fuel scoping.
Are we here? Oh, we're here. I was like, I don't see a destination. I see a station.
Fuel scope disengaged.
Damn it. As I was saying, let's see if we have Jumponian. Isn't it here on synthesis? Yeah, see, we can get Jumponian. We don't have the premium version, but we can get Jumponian. We'll get 50% more distance. That'll put us at 45. She is such a shield tank, you don't need maneuvering. I actually want to make her more of a hull tank. I'm talking like I want to get her reactive motherfucking plating. Yeah. 500 million in the armor of this ship alone. That's like so reactive plating. I just put reactive plating on my cutter. I don't know. Fuck it, I guess. Oh my god. Have you ever visited the ancient ruins? Pretty cool place. Yes, I have. I've been there. I've gotten relics. And then I brought them back and I put them inside the a Thargoid structure. It didn't like it. It started spewing out orange goop and creating earthquakes. Killed my friend. Killed one of my friends doing that. We were all running away from the... This was hilarious when it happened. It's like a thing starts the glowing orange laser, and you... It's almost like if you guys watched Man of Steel, and there's that scene where there's the terraforming machine going like... And it's like slamming into the ground and just making shockwaves with a blue laser, except there it's with an orange laser, but it's essentially doing the same thing. And it's generating tremendous amounts of heat. And when it starts doing that, me and two of my friends that were there were all taking massive damage, and I was like, dude, get the fuck out. Everybody get the fuck out. My friend that was ahead of me, we're all just running through. My friend runs into something. I smash him from behind. It's just like, boom. He gets pushed off, keeps going. And after a while, right as we're at the exit, my friend's car stops. And I'm like, dude, why are you stopping? And he's like, I'm dead. His car fucking explodes in front of me. That shit was hilarious when that happened. Oh, man. Those are like the best times. When you're with your friends out in Elite doing crazy shenanigans. And then just something really stupid. It's like your friend's car exploding right in front of you.
Authorization cleared. Make your way to landing pad number 17.
Oh, man. Coming in a little hot. Just a little too hot. Landing gear deployed.
300 meters from touchdown.
I actually find the cutter to be surprisingly easy to land. Easier than some of the smaller ships, because on some of the smaller ships, you just like you throttle forward a little bit and ship goes like, whee!
Landing operation complete. Dispatching ground.
And I know that there's controls for like
Enjoy your
throttle forward and throttle back, not throttle, thrusters forward and backwards for proper landings, but it's like, dude, I already have all the buttons on this thing bound, okay? There's no more buttons. Forget about thrusters. There's no more buttons, okay? We're out of buttons. Anyways, I was saying, let's enter the hangar. Well, let's look at the Starship services. Because we're going to have to do some serious outfitting up in here. The armor costs more than 2 times the actual ship. Yes, it does. Reactive plating. Extremely expensive. It's like you buy a really good car and then you plate it in gold. I don't know if that would be more expensive than the actual car. Probably would. Although having a car in gold, again, like I said earlier on the Dragon's Dogma livestream, it's actually not good that your car is covered in gold because gold is not a very resilient metal. I think a lot of people forget that sometimes. Just like, I just want to have a gold fucking car. Oh, okay, whatever. If you crash into it, don't come crying to me. Fucking gold ass car. It's all busted up like a bitch. Anyway. Pulse lasers. Gimbals. Pulse lasers. Gimbals. Pulse lasers. Gimbals. I don't know if this is going to work out. I have to test it out. Pulse laser. Gimbal. And then the idea is that when I have enough materials, I'm going to... Wait, before I do that, I also need to do something else, which is optional internal. I probably don't need this one right now, so I'm going to store it. Store that too. Leave the fighter hangar. Planetary vehicle, advanced discovery. You can leave the fuel scoop. Now, give me the big shield. Bi-weave shield generator. Yeah. 762 shields. Not that great. Not that great. I would like to see more. How much can I actually get base? Like base value if I was to get an 8A? Nothing, because it's too much power draw. Need to see it here. Oh, dude, I forgot the utilities. Shit. Gonna give me 200 more shields with a proper shield generator. But I don't want to take that shield generator just yet. And I can't believe I forgot the utilities. This is gonna be so bad. Basically means we're gonna have to buy an 8A. Before we do that though, let's get the rest of the hardpoints. Cannon. Gimbal. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. Fuck yeah! This isn't even the big one yet. Yeah. I don't know if this is going to work out, by the way, guys. This is not a guide by any stretch of the imagination. This is just me fiddling around with what I would like to work. Look at this. It's 2 fucking big ballistic cannons. That's what I'm talking about right there. And then finally, for the pièce de résistance. Oh, yeah. Look at this bad boy. I've never seen it before. Can't even fit in the fucking frame. It can't even fit the frame. Yeah. Oh man, I have a jump spec Diamondback Explorer. Jumps about 51 right now. Dude, look at this beefy cannon. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah. It's not even spitting hot lead. This is just like straight out a big ass metal slag. Boom! I can't wait to fire this thing. As a matter of fact, I need to get out of this station. Fire it the second I get out. But we're not ready yet. We are not prepared. We are not prepared. So we have the shield. How much can we get out of a better power plant? Browse shop. Crap, there's no 8A. I looked for a thing that had 8A. This one doesn't have it. $8D is already not cutting it. We definitely need an 8A, which means I'm not going to have enough money to do... Not going to have enough money for reactive surface composite just yet. And also, we need to jump to another station to get a power plant. Kinda sucks. Kinda sucks. Jesus, we're passing our power plant restrictions with just the stuff we have right now. Can I turn off lasers? I can probably just turn off the lasers. I'm trying to turn this shit off. That off. That off. Turned off all the pulse lasers. How's she looking now without anything deployed? Jesus. Oh, this shows you the maximum though, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Oh my god. This is really a long-range engagement vessel. Like, you look at where the cockpit is and you look at where the cannons are. That's going to be a serious problem. Like, I'm assuming all of my hardpoints are deployed right now. Dude, I can't even go further up. This is like, oh, the hardpoints are not deployed. I'm gonna see the hardpoints, see where they are. We'll figure it out later. Anyway, we need to go to another space station. We are currently in HIP 40. Want the 8A power plant. And the closest station is why would you sell an 8A power plant on a station that only has medium pads? What the fuck? What are you trying to do here? You're trying to trick people. That's a lie. That's a dirty lie. Anyway, we'll have to go to HIP 21053. Nope. I want a different station. We're gonna go to HIP 20527. Hopefully my ship can fly right now. I don't even know if my ship can fly the way things are. HIP 205. Then take us to Wundring. And hopefully here we'll find our power plant. I've been finding it very hard sometimes to find specific modules. This thing's going to release our ship and it's going to be like, powering down. Oh, we're walking. Just listen to the sound of it. The sound of these engines. I guess I didn't hear it properly last time because I didn't count with the fact that they reverberate through a station. Just listen to it. I don't even have to boost the volume. Just listen to them go. Watch them roar. Right? Actually go. No, this is our side. We're on the right side. There we go. Watch them roar. Jesus! The sound of the engines alone is so friggin' amazing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Buzz, don't I have access to Founder World? I do. But Founder World does not have Liang Rui's 15% discount, does it? Actually, does it? I don't know. Because I just got a permit to the Founders World. I've never been there. Does it have discount? Like Liang Rui levels of discount? Because I'm just used to Liang Rui's.
Fuel scooping.
10% discount and everything. Nah, see? Liang Rui, he's the boy right there. He's got 15%. He beats the Founders World right there. 15% discount and everything. Liang Rui, man, he's my boy. He even shares my name, Liang Rui. He's perfect. Oh, that's right. The reason people have so many shields on the Clipper is because they use shield boost. Nah, Liang Rui wins, dude. I don't care about Founders World, man. Unless I can't find the parts I'm looking for. Then maybe I'll be like, okay, fuck it. Take me to the Founders World. Is it actually called Founders World? Because I know that I have a permit to it because I've reached Elite in trade. Therefore, where are my permits? Permits. It's just straight up called Founders World. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's a system. Why would I call it a world? Two and a half % extra for every elite rank you have. Wait a second. So, in the Founders World, you can eventually get 17.2% off. Actually, no, 20% off if you reach elite in CQC. I'm assuming, which nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna reach elite in CQC. That's never gonna happen, bro. I mean, maybe it happened while CQC was a thing. Probably never gonna happen now, though. I guess it is cool if it is a one-stop shop, so there's that to it, but I don't have as much money as I would like to splurge, so I guess it is pretty cool, like, if you just want to, oh, I feel like building a ship like this, and just go in and go crazy. Like, that'll be useful when I want to make my Python, because I'll eventually, like, the next ship that I'm going to make is a Python, because I still need a trading vessel for medium outposts. Whee! Let's try not to fudge this up.
Detected.
We're gonna have to course correct like this. Oh wow, we actually did it. That's not too bad. I'm still learning how to fly the cutter, by the way, which is why you see me do some silly things every now and then. And it's interesting that a lot of people go like, oh man, some people buy these big ass ships and they don't even know how to fly them. Well, of course they don't. Big ass ships handle very differently from every other ship in the game. Doesn't matter how much you fly the other ships until you... Oh, shoot. I forgot to ask permission. I keep doing this. I keep violating these space stations, and it's not right. It's not right. Squeeze me. Ba-doop. Oh. Where are my sensors? I don't have enough power for sensors. Can I turn on my sensors? No? I'll just turn off the fighter hangar. How about that? I'm telling you guys, I'm running this ship on AA batteries right now. Gudamaya.
This port operates under federal jurisdiction. You must submit a request before landing. Approved for access. Proceed to landing pad 3-2.
Particularly the cutter. I was talking about flying the big ships, but particularly the cutter. I feel that she handles differently. Like when I flown the Anaconda, I was like, okay, I get how this ship works. It's just a slow-ass ship. But the cutter,
Solid contact. You may
the cutter is a very different ship to fly.
enjoy your visit.
At least in my opinion. Like, you know, different players might have different opinions on that, but like to me, the cutter is an extremely unique ship to fly. Wundring. Okay, let's see if we can actually put a decent power plant on it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. There you go, baby girl. Now that you have that. Oh, yeah, they have them. Good. You guys know what happens now. Oh, my God. This is sickening. Oh, man. Yep, it's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. That's what you do on a cutter. Hey, you guys got any shield boosters? I need some shield boosters. You guys got any more shield boosters? I need some more shield boosters. You guys got any more of those shield boosters up in there? You guys got more? I'll take another one. No, wait. I actually need some chaff. Oh, I didn't even think about point defense. And again, I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to stop stuff from actually hitting me. Because I think most people just go ham shield boosters. I definitely want chafe. Or chaff, not chafe, chaff. I need to look at where the hard points are. I guess the back. Because I can't really... Okay, this is on the wing. This is also on the wing. So how about I try something a little bit different here and swap the chaff there and replace this shield booster. With point defense. I don't know if I'll need point defense. I just like having it. Then, for starters, I don't think I've put my crew as active. Need to. And after that, I need a couple of more things. I want to have a different... I mean, I don't know if I can get a shield cell bank in here. Boom! 22 million. Goes right over the limits of our thing. Which is okay, because I can turn off a couple of things. We're doing 36. This will put us at 36.25. And I'm going to exchange, because I'm going to need another fuel scoop. Makes me very sad. Unless you have a 6A. He does have a 6A. 37.48. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What's the scoop rate? 0.88, 0.75, so 750. I think I'll take this one for now. Because I also want to save some money. I want to save some money. Our fuel scoop's going to be not as big as I would like. We're going to have one shield cell bank. I don't think I want to have more than one. Although, these are 6 and the max... Oh, that's right. We still have these 2 to fill up with hull reinforcements. To make her really pump up the volume. We could get another shield cell bank. Because that's kind of the way the cutter is supposed to roll. Need to figure out our energy management first, though. Let's turn all the things on. Jesus. The ship has so many things, the station can't even handle it right now. Okay, so now let's see about this. We will want planetary vehicle hangar on 3. Where's the cargo hatch? Cargo hatch is probably already on 3. Or so I would imagine. Cargo hatch on 3, sensors on 1. Ladder hangar on 1. This should be enough. This should do it. So that means we definitely can't afford to have another shield cell bank. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to put on this 6 slot. Potentially just stick a friggin' module reinforcement on there. Hull reinforcement, I mean. Yeah, I don't know what else I could eventually put there. Not too concerned with that right now. We'll probably have to overcharge our power to really get this ship to its maximum potential. The maximum potential. Oh, that's right. I can also put the fuel scoop as a third, which will probably lower this considerably. Jeez, I don't know why the frame rate is taking such a huge dump right now. There. That'll be better. That'll be better. So we can now actually fire our guns. So the only thing that I need is go to the harm system and purchase new plating. Although I don't think there will be, unfortunately, because harm system kind of sucks. We're going to have to limit our jumping capabilities for the time being. I really want to put her through her paces. I'm going to have to go ahead and do this. Give me a 5D. Badoosh! Badoosh! Do I have a smaller thing that I can put something on there? I'm just going to go full hull reinforcements. Although, no, I got to go with one module at least. At least. There we go. 2 hull reinforcements, 1 module reinforcements, shield strength, 1500. Not impressive. Not impressive for a cutter. Cutter can go, I think, near 4,000 if we really want to put her through her paces. She can go high. Wow, we really lowered our jumping capabilities though right now. Anyway, we need to head out to the harm system. Harm system. Now, the mods that I intend to put on these weapons is I want to overcharge the cannons so they deal as much damage as possible. Either overcharge or rapid fire. Not entirely sure what I want to do with the cannons just yet. How many jumps is this? Ow, 5 jumps. But I think I want to overcharge the cannon because I want it to be like real bursty. It's like real bursty weapon. And in regards to, good God, you can already feel the ship is heavier. Just the power plant was enough to make the ship feel even heavier than it already was. Out of my way! Places to go, people to see. Although before we ditch this system, I gotta take a look at our hardpoints.
All clear. Hope to see you again, Commander.
No fire zone left. Oh crap, I didn't put any fire groups, did I? Okay, pulse lasers 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, what are those things off to the side? Are those the cannons? No, those are 2 of the lasers. And let's hear the cannons. The sound of that bottom cannon. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to put. I want to put rounds in people's faces. I like what I'm seeing.
Frameshift drive charging.
You can have bi-weave prismatics? What? I thought prismatic was just like its own thing. I thought prismatic was like A class. I was not aware that there was such a thing as bi-weave prismatics. I gotta go see my favorite Empress then. Gotta go see my favorite Empress. Oh god, our maneuverability just took a dump. She feels slower moving now. It could just be my impression.
Fuel scooping complete.
All this weight, she already feels slower.
Frameshift drive charging.
Much money do we still have? 496,000. We could still afford reactive plating, but that would be seriously fucking stupid. Because it's basically like, okay, here's your reactive plating. You get exactly 1 rebuy, sir. Have fun. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that's a bad idea. I think that's a terrible idea. Yeah, Fuse, I don't think Prismatic has bi-weaves. I think Prismatic is just big fucking A-class shield. At least last time I checked.
Fuel scooping.
Dude, I can't wait to put this ship in. I want to see those NPC asp explorers. They just come up to you and just be like, "I'm just gonna scan your hole. The scan will be over in a minute." And I'm like, "You're so funny. You're gonna scan my hold. You're gonna scan my hold in your little asp explorer. That's gonna go well for you. Yeah, come scan my hold. There's so many wonderful things in my hold. I have a whole bunch of shells in my hold that I can throw right at you. A whole bunch of metal slags.
Fuel scooping.
If there are prismatic bi-weaves, those would be the only shields to ever get. Pretty much. Everybody overcharge your friggin' power plants and get prismatic bi-weaves.
Frameshift drive charging.
Two more jumps to harm. Are there any ringed systems in harm? Hope there are. I want to just instantly jump into a resource site and test out the cannons. Test out my guns. Now, the idea is that I will put these pulse lasers focused because they gain armor piercing and they gain increased range a little bit. Their increased drop-off damage. I mean, it increases the distance to where their damage drops off. And on top of it, it also makes them deal more damage. So, I don't know, I always like the idea of those focus ones. I really wanted the sniper build, but I don't think the sniper build is going to happen anytime soon because I don't have the materials for it. Basically, the sniper build would consist of me putting all pulse lasers on every hardpoint, all gimbals, and then giving it increased range on every laser, and you'd basically have a sniper ship because you could be shooting people from 6 kilometers away, whereas most engagements take place within 2 kilometers tops. So you'd be shooting people an additional range of 4 kilometers away from them. And people just wouldn't be able to get away. Particularly if you get the drop on them, you can just like, forget about it. Forget about it. Dead.
Fuel scooping.
You get a drop on someone, by the time they get to you, they don't have any shields. They're all fucked up.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Sparser X unlocked his Corvette. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. I have a friend of mine that's working on unlocking his Corvette right now, too. Not sure if he's on... He is on... No. This is actually a glitch. Nox Tom is actually not in-game, I don't think. I don't know why. This thing's been glitched for a while now. Yeah, it's been telling me Nox Tom's online, even though he isn't. Weird. But I have a friend of mine that I think when he gets home tonight, he's going to be working on unlocking his Corvette as well. Data boom grind, dude. Boom data delivery missions, dude. Gotta hate them. Gotta hate them. One of the worst things in Elite Dangerous. They gotta fix that. They gotta fix that shit. Can't be happening. Well, guys, we're going to get military-grade composite, which is not great, but it's going to be the best we can get. Makes me real sad. Military-grade composite. Psh, whatever. 27 million rebuy. Fuck yeah. Just wait, we're going to get that up to 30. Sothis and Seo's back and forth. There's a better one for Federation rep right now. It's called Gang Yun with medium ships. Real good. I did that for a while to get my gunship. And then I used the gunship for like 5 minutes, sold it. Because I hated it. Too slow. After using the Federal Assault ship, very hard to get to the gunship. Very hard indeed. Also, I need to do a different command for fighter attack. I don't know what command I have right now, but I got to do a different one.
Utamaya Romeo, Uniform Romeo. Please comply with all Imperial dictates while docking at this facility. Approval is granted. Please proceed to Bay 25.
Assist off. Scan detected. Flight assist on. Scan detected.
The drift is real. Tokyo Drift, baby.
5,000 meters from touchdown.
Gotta course correct that. Oh god, no. We're failing. We're gonna hit the station. We're gonna hit the station. It's all over. No, maybe not. Still have control of the ship. One thing's for sure, I'm never gonna stealth my way into anything at this rate. Well, since she wasn't heavy enough, it's time to make her heavier.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed. Right there. Time to increase.
Touchdown confirmed. Lockdown procedure initiated. We are glad to have you with us at this station, Commander.
Okay, now let's see. Mission board. What am I doing? Outfitting. Time to increase the cost of my ship yet again. Time to basically pour money. Just throw money at this cutter. Just like stacks and stacks of credits. Just throwing it at the ship. It's like stacks of credits. Why not mod your lightweight alloy armor with heavy duty mod? Because I don't know. I don't think you get as much percentage gain as you do with military grade composite. Or internal. Browse shop. Hey, it's actually only 400 million. Dude, I could totally get it. I could totally buy it right now. Totally buy that shit right now. Buy it. Eesh. Totally just buy it. Fucking buy it. Nah, that'd be dumb. That'd be so fucking dumb. So we're going to take military grade composite instead, which will increase our integrity to 2100. What is it currently? 1500? 2100? Everything increases the same to integrity, but this one gives us better explosive resistance and kinetic resistance, making it... I think mirrored surface composite might be the worst possible thing ever on a hull. And again, I don't know. Weird. It's weird. Really want to get it, but I don't have enough money yet. I'll come back later. I'll come back later for you. Boom. Military grade composite. With 300 million left to spare. Yeah, that would have been way too much. I would have had like money for 2 rebuys and you're done. Okay, navigation. It's time to take out this bad boy. Show me that system map. Give me a ringed thing. There's nothing ringed on this system? What the hell, dude?
Landing gear retracted.
Not a single ringed thing. How about a conflict zone? Give me a conflict. Give me something. Oh wow, it's definitely limiting our speed now. Look at that. It's still alright. Still alright. Okay, let's take a look at the neighboring system.
You are all clear to
Time to bring our cutter out to play. How about conflict zones? Are there conflict zones out here or not? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay, let's see. What's this? Cometon. How about here? We got any ringed? Nothing here. Amani Patrimpanu. Ha! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Right here. Right there. There you go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Take us there, Captain. Fly us there as fast as possible. We're gonna need to take out the junk.
4, 3,
I think if the ships that I'm fighting get close enough, I think it's gonna be too hard for me to keep them in sight, which is why I think I might have to go with turrets, but this is just a testing run. I marked a planet. Okay, bro? I marked a planet. Why is there no planet marked on my navigation systems?
fuel
You can't even fucking trust planets in here. Not even planets. Can't trust a planet. Amitrimpano. It's gotta have some friggin' things. Gotta have some things for us to shoot at. I just want to shoot at something right now. That's what I need to do. I just want to shoot at people. Seriously? There's no res sites? Are you kidding me? There's no res sites in here? You gotta be joking. There's no res sites. You guys, what is this? Why are there no res? No res. There's no res. I want to go kill people. The game is not letting me. Let's go here. Come on, we just decked out our Lusitania ship. Don't mess with me right now, man. There we go. Any hazardous? No hazardous? Oh, come on, man. Regular extraction sites? I want to jump right into a friggin' hazardous. Straight up. I mean, with the amount of money I poured on this ship, it better survive on a hazardous extraction site. Oh, looks like there's just 2 regular ones. Weak. Weak sauce. But I still got to test out the firepower. Particularly, I want to see the 3 cannons fire. Boom! Blast this ship to pieces. Lusitania want to avoid them torpedoes. I see what you did there, Excalibur. I see what you did there. Oh, it's going to be on friggin' ice rings and everything. Perfect. Rings that I can see well. Oh, it's actually going to be on the ones on the inside. Those look like metallic rings. Probably be good for extracting painite. I also need to exchange my fighters next. That needs to be like one of the next things that I do. Oh god, we're going so fast. We're gonna crash. We're all gonna die. I'm joking around, but I almost did crash. We were going way too fast.
And so she moved through the rear sight, like a shark, looking for its prey.
Type 7 transporter. Poor guy. Regular... it's a regular res, though. Oh, there's a vulture. It's a vulture. Please be wanted. God damn it. I'm about to get friggin'... I'm about to just go friggin' wanted up in this bitch.
Scan detected.
Federal dropship. Has to be hostile. His name's Chaos. Oh, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, Ned Kelly. You're gonna get it, son. Do it. Let's go. Have at you. Look at him popping his chaff all over the place. What are you gonna do, Ned Kelly? You don't have shields, Kelly. Now it's time for my cannons. Oh, we actually got a whole lot of damage on our shields. You about ready for it? Here it comes. Oh, the cannons are way too slow.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
The cannons feel very underwhelming. Very disappointed in the cannons. What did he drop? Garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. What do we got here? Sidewinder, Eagle, Jim Bob James. That name, Jim Bob James. What's your name? My name's Jim Bob James. This guy any good? Hunger. It took us too long to kill that with the cannons. The cannons don't feel particularly effective. Oh god, is that guy fighting someone? Dude, you're just getting green. I was trying to ram him right there. I don't think I did it.
Flight assist on.
He's dead. Oh god. Oh god, we're gonna ram into an asteroid. Because I'm gonna shift the course of this bad boy. Can I get something else to destroy, please? This is a garbage resource spot. A friggin' Jim Bob James over there. Something shooting at me? I was listening to something shoot. I'm gonna get out of here and reset it, see if we can get some better ships. Good God, she is slower than what I thought. And also, I forgot to deploy my fighter.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's something I need to do, because a fighter's a really good way to
4,
get rid of people.
2,
I'd rather find an anaconda or something a little bit more challenging. But yeah, the cannons, I have to say, it's like it's hard enough landing cannons on regular ships. I definitely don't like landing them on this ship. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do. But the current hardpoint setup is not working. It's not working. God. We ended up 33 kilometers away. So I need to see, what is my key for attacking right now? Ladder orders. Attack target. Square plus R1. Ooh, Vulture. Vulture and Aspect Explorer, though, not a particularly promising extraction point. Which one's this? Beams? No. This one. He needs practice.
Fighter startup activated. I've got the mothership, Commander.
Serious security, he's not going to be wanted.
Telepresence online, awaiting your orders.
Anaconda! Damn it! Why does it have to be serious security?
scan detected.
I was so happy when I saw the Anaconda. Like, there's legit only security ships out here. This is a shitty res spot. Then the one ship that is there is mining. It's a Cobra. And there's another internal security ship. I need to go to a different friggin' system. I can't take this. This terrible res spots. Terrible. Terrible res spots. Let's see. Obsidian, or what am I doing? We're We're not looking for our bookmarks. We're looking for stuff out here. 2.8 million people.
Scan detected.
The ring system right in there. I got a ring in there last night. Let's plot over there. Let's get out of here. This is a joke.
Detected.
This is a bad joke. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Get your ass in here.
Automated docking ready to commence.
Automated docking ready to commence. Good, because there's nothing to do on this goddamn res site. This is not a res site. This is just a terrible place.
Sequence complete. Fighter is safely on board, Commander.
I'm just trying to get to like a system with a good res spot to take a couple of good shots. But I do think that we're gonna have to use mostly turrets on this one. Although I don't know what I'm gonna use to deal with hulls if I'm gonna be using mostly turrets.
View scoping. View scoop disengaged.
Sparser X, if you leave the fighter behind, you're just gonna have to make another one. Basically, as you can see, the number 8 out of 8, that is the number of fighters that your thing can hold. So if a fighter goes down, it will start to build, it has the materials to build another fighter. 8 times for each of these, so a grand total of 16 fighters. Basically, if a fighter goes down, you just have to build another one. Give us a res site, will ya? Ricardo Gateway. Resource extraction site hazardous. There you go, see? They get the idea. That's what I'm talking about. Hazardous resource site. Shoot some bitches. I'm actually curious about ramming someone with this ship. Because you know how NPC ships, they like to scan you and stuff? It's like you let one of them start the scan and then you just like... you just beast mode right through that ship. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. My bad. Ah, look at that. We're getting a bunch of content ID claims on YouTube. That makes me so happy. That's a cool looking ringed world. Okay, what do we have here? Federal gunship. You're the one. Federal gunship, I pick you. Vladimir Yurdunov. Yeah, we're gonna kill Vladimir. Hey Vladimir, you want to scan?
Scan detected.
Want to scan Vladimir? Scan this. Oh, he scanned us real good. Did you see Vladimir's scan?
Assist off. Flight assist on. Scan detected.
Here we go again, Vlad. Oh, he missed it this time.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Under attack. Scan detected.
Let's go, Vlad.
Target shields offline. Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Also,
Stand by for deployment. Fighter is going live.
Flight assist off.
Fighter is clear of the mothership.
did I nail those?
Flight assist on.
Wow, they're not dealing that much damage. Ba-ting. Ba-ting, ba-ting.
Target shields online. Flight assist off.
Taking damage. Hull integrity down to 50%.
Get good.
Under attack. Flight assist on.
Wow, is he really gonna break through my hull?
Flight assist on. Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
We'll be fine.
Target shields offline.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna want on this ship? Missiles. We're gonna change the whole setup. We're gonna get missiles. Pew, pew, pew.
That's one for me, Commander. Enemy
One
wiped
for
out.
you.
Awaiting further orders.
Get good, kid. What, there was a gunship and that was it? Are you kidding me? Is this an actual resource site? A hazardous resource site? That was one gunship. That was it. Everything else was like small ass ships. Oh god, that's terrible. That is terrible. Okay, there's a couple more ships popping in. Oh, those are not ships. Or are they? Actually, they are. Type 9 Heavy. Lumpkin. Oh shoot, there's two people attacking it.
Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position.
Psh, this is hardly worth the effort, but whatever.
Exceeded.
God, the jitter on these is unmanageable.
Target shields offline. Flight assist off. Target
Well, he exploded. Oh, it looks like my fighter is making short work of the other one.
Flight assist on.
Get him with the beams. Get him.
Flight assist off.
Oh god. Oh god.
Flight assist on. Target shields online.
And he's gone.
That's one for me, Commander.
Ship Slayer? Okay. Do we have more good contacts? Asp Explorer. Oh, I see people fighting. Like, I really like the pulse lasers, but everything else in the build is just not doing that well. Seriously, an Imperial Eagle? You want to send any smaller ships at me right now?
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position.
Is it even worth it for me to fire at this thing right now?
Target shields online.
No way I'm gonna hit cannon shells on a goddamn Eagle.
Target shields offline. Flight assist off. Under attack. Flight assist on.
Oh, I think I might have killed it. There's another set of ships fighting down there. Nah, it's mostly garbage. Why are you so far away? And you're so far away from me. You're so far away from me. You're so far, I just can't see. Come on. Ooh, a fur lands. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, but it's almost dead.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Target shields online.
Silly little Fertilans. Why are you so silly? Ah.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
Come on, little Fertilans. Pew 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 pew.
Under attack. Flight assist off.
Yeah, gimbals only as being a pain.
Flight assist on. Target shields offline. Scan detected. Flight assist off.
Jesus.
Flight assist on. Scan detected. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Scan detected.
Mayday, Commander. Taking fire.
Scan detected.
Boom.
That's one for me, Commander.
So there were a couple of dudes scanning me. Looks like there's a gunship around. I could do with a gunship.
Flight assist off.
Heroic Ordeal. Although it doesn't sound like a pirate from the name alone. But it is.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
Yeah, forget about ramming. That's not gonna happen.
Flight
gone, Commander. This does not look good.
It looks fine.
My hull is critical. Repeat, hull is critical. Fighter is down, Commander.
Fighter assembly initiated.
Hold tight, Commander. Fighter is going online.
Flight assist.
Where are you gonna go, heroic ordeal?
All clear, Commander. Put me in the thick of it. Affirmative. Maneuvering to attack position.
I like the way these guys try to trade blows with me.
Flight assist off. Flight assist off. Under attack. Flight assist on.
God damn it, I'm never gonna be able to catch him like this.
Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Target shields online. Fighter assembly complete. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Flight assist off. Under attack. Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage. Target shields offline. Flight assist on.
Yep, cannons aren't definitely doing it. I'm gonna have to swap for something else. Like, I really wanted to have big cannons and shoot them at people, but it just kind of feels like this is not the right ship.
Flight assist on.
Because you need to maneuver in a position to fire a cannon properly. And
Flight assist on. Target shields online. Flight assist off. Scan detected. Flight assist on. Under attack. Target shields offline. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Target shields online. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Under attack. Flight assist off. Flight assist on. Target shields offline.
yeah, this isn't working out.
That's gotta hurt. Target down. Fighter retrieval.
57% into harmless. Good God, look at my shields. Shields took a pounding from that gunship. As far as I'm concerned, if my shields take that much of a pounding, the other ship won the fight. So yeah, I'm thinking turrets, and I'm thinking a completely different layout, but I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be yet. I still have to think about it. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. If you did, hit that like button. Thank you guys very much for watching. Remember to subscribe if you're new. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with more live streams and things. Peace out.